enthusiastically. I will fill the position, I will fund the program. In fact, I've been working actively on the means and the methods to do just that. It has been important to me that we recognize the value of the asset we have in our community forest. It's an urban forest, it's also a community forest, and its many contributions to the values of our property, our environment, our way of life, and our quality of life must be recognized. There's even a dollar value. The only thing that you can give value to is the greenback, and by golly, we can show you the numbers. The trees have monetary value. The City of Spokane's urban forestry program has been neglected just like the trees have been. I have convened an ad hoc committee that's been meeting on a regular basis. In fact, we meet tomorrow, and I hope it'll be our wrap-up session, to bring back recommendations on how we can, in fact, preserve and enhance the urban forest. We're particularly looking at how we're going to fund that. And one of my first questions went to an auditor who's familiar with governmental accounting and asked her, is there any reason that we cannot fund urban forestry as an infrastructure program? Rather than all the funding coming out of the general fund, it could come out of one of the enterprise funds, for example, wastewater or sewer and street maintenance. And so this is what the approach that we're probably going to recommend. That way we do not have to take out the general fund, we don't have to tap an already over-tapped parks budget to pay for the maintenance of our urban forest. So I'm really looking forward to being able to be in a position to move this forward and to make sure it happens. We definitely need to fill the urban forester position. We have one person taking care of this entire forest at this time. So that's a high priority for me if I become your mayor.
This is also a high priority for me. When I was on the park board, we went through a process of documenting every street tree in the city of Spokane. Its size, value, health. It was a very important process to begin with to ensure that we can continue to preserve and protect our urban environment. The issue of funding urban services is a challenge. There's no question about it. This is a general fund expense. I like Ms. Werner's creativity. If you can conceivably find it in the within the parameters of the state accounting office to allow state auditor's office to allow us to fund in part the street tree program, that would be an easy fix. Our utility budgets are much more flexible than our general fund budget. But what you have to begin to do is make the kinds of balance and allocation of resources that we have to do, the city council has to do. When I submit a budget, the dollars that would go to urban forestry would take away from other programs. We have limited resources. And although I'm very supportive of urban forestry program, I think we need it. We also balance that against public safety, against libraries. All of those things are things that you have to take into consideration. Thank you.
Mr. Hessian talked about some of the challenges that we have with the city budget in terms of limited resources. And so, what do you do to solve that problem? You either continue to cut back, and we've cut back so much that, you know, it's like cutting limbs off a body, and pretty soon we're not going to be able to move at all. Or the alternative is to find new resources to be able to pay for these amenities. Not only the forest management program in our urban forest, but also the bike systems, maintenance of our roads and our sidewalks, basically everything in the public right-of-way. So yes, I would be in favor of filling the position, and yes, I'm going to work aggressively to fund the program. And 3 years ago, I presented a solution to address this issue that would fully fund the maintenance of our streets, fully fund the repair of our streets, and repair our sidewalks and our urban forest. And so I hope that I have the opportunity to share that with you. As an architect, I'm trained to find solutions. The whole design process is basically identifying a problem, coming up with creative alternatives, picking one and implementing it. I've got 30 years of experience in doing exactly that. The issue of how do we fund our urban forest, how do we fix our streets, how do we create a walking environment for all of us, is an issue of funding. And there are tools out there. Other communities adopted them. I'm challenged by the fact that this administration hasn't moved forward with my idea, but as mayor, I can commit to you that I will, and we will find the resources without taxing you to be able to make it happen. Thank you.